Hey, hello everyone, how is it going? Today we are going to talk about Visual Studio Code, one of the most powerful editors out there. It's known for its simplicity and for its plugins and it's for its popularity. There is a good reason for that. VS Code offers a bunch of features that are really good and really smart and really well implemented out of the box. And like the developers I know, almost every one of them uses VS Code, except for one or two geeks who use Vim, maybe Emacs. I don't know. Okay, let's get everything out of the box. This is an empty VS Code window, and like right out of the box, one of the cool features that I like about VS Code is adding multiple folders to one workspace. So what happens is when you work on like a very big environment where you have backend, front end, and also maybe some shell scripts running in the background. So if you want all of those things open in a same workspace and work simultaneously, this feature is overpowered. So let's just start with that. So here in the file, add folder to workspace. Let's just see. Okay, yeah, this one. Yep. So yeah, it just got added into this workspace. I could even rename it, but why? Yeah, sure. So the next thing I would like to talk about VS Code is Zen Mode. So a lot of you already know how to run commands and like open files on VS Code. Let's just see this. So I don't know where main.java is, but I can quickly do Control P or Command P depending upon your flat platform, and then just search for the file, and you could easily browse through it over here. You can also search for something. You could replace for something, and also there are a lot of powerful tools where you could just say, suppose I want to just extract a method out of this. I could still do that. Refactor, extract method, done, extracted. VS Code is really powerful. Say suppose I want to work on multiple files at a time. Yeah, sure, why not? I can just press Control and pipe, and there you go. Let's just say this left side menu is annoying and I want to quickly close that. Yeah, sure, Control Shift B, sorry, Control B. Cool. If I want it back again, Control B. If I want to open the file explorer, Control Shift E, Control Shift E, Control E for, sorry. And if I want to search globally for something, Control Shift F. And if I want to see what all the changes that I've done since I've opened this workspace, I could just do Control Shift G. Why it's not working? It is supposed to work. Control Shift G. I don't know why it's not working. It's buggy. Yep. So E, F, G, and this is D for Control Shift debug. Yep. Let's get this out of our way, and let's get into Zen mode, where no distractions, no bars, nothing, just pure editor and coding. Open your Control P and put a greater than symbol, which means for running a command, and then let's see Zen mode. Yup, Zen mode. No distractions, nothing, just writing some code by myself. That's it. Of course, you could use the Control tilde to access your terminal, sure, and execute the code that you want to do, and also all of the features like Control Shift F. That also works. So Zen mode is basically removing as much distractions as possible out of your way, and then trying to get into a focus mode like how VI does in a full screen mode. That's really cool. Let's just get out of Zen mode. I forgot. I forgot how to get Zen mode. Yep, there you go. Control tilde. Let's just close this. And one other cool feature, like a lot of aesthetic things that are also offered by VS Code. Let's just take a look at this cursor. Just see how smoothly it phases in and out while I'm typing. So such kind of all these cool animations and gestures, you could find the tutorials for all of these things online. I'm pretty sure of that. But let's check out some more important features that VS Code provides out of the box. Let's just say, suppose I'm wondering how to debug this function. I don't know what the fuck is happening, and I'm wondering who the fuck wrote this. There you go. That's my name, and I wrote it like 2 years ago. Of course, this is a feature provided by a third-party plugin called as GitLens, but sure, I mean, like VS Code itself is packed with ton of plugins out of the box. You're working on Python, you have a whole set of Python tools. You're working with Java, you would have a whole set of Java tools. You are working with something else, say suppose R, .NET, whatnot. VS Code has covered for you right out of the box for a lot of things. Even they are supporting like third-party softwares like Docker, and also these days you could start your remote development by running VS Code server on a remote server, and then just connect to it and then start working out of your laptop. So what this essentially enables is opening a remote window or opening a remote container and trying to code in that, even though it feels like you're coding in your local environment, that this is your editor and the files typically should be stored in your laptop, but they are not. They are continuously synchronized between your machine and the cloud machine. It's so cool. But I would recommend it running a VS Code server on a production machine to debug something. You have different tools for that, so please don't do that. It might crash your server. Cool. Let us also look at some of the other features. Let's just say, suppose JavaScript. I'm not saying it is built for JavaScript development, but VS Code supports heavily for JavaScript development. Let's just open, or add another folder to this workspace. Let's just say this simple chat application. In the run and debug, right out of the box, I could create a launch.json file for this, and I could configure what the name of this is, all of this, and also I could add the environment variables right over here, and all of these are set as environment variables on the runtime. And apart from this, if you think this is way too overwhelming for you to debug something out of the box, VS Code also provides a debug terminal. Let me just show you what that actually is. Come on. Okay, I made some changes to it. Maybe I should get rid of this. Okay. So there is this something called as JavaScript Debug Terminal, which is really cool. Let me quickly try to access that though. Come on. Yeah, I found it actually. So it's just nothing. Just go to Node.js and then come on. Okay, Python. No, I want Node.js. And here you could, like whatever. Like I have all these repositories. Not repositories. All these folders open in this current workspace. So it's just asking me to launch a JavaScript debug terminal in one of them. Let's just say I want to open a JavaScript debug terminal in this folder, right? So as soon as I click on this, I would get a JavaScript debug terminal over in this folder that belongs to this workspace. Okay, let's quickly check out Kruger.js package.json maybe. Sure. How the fuck would I start this? Yeah, just npm start. So let's just say right before that, let's put at least 2 breakpoints so that we would have an idea of what's happening. Let's just say I'm putting a breakpoint on the index router, and I'm going inside over here, and I'm right before I render stuff, I'm also putting another breakpoint. So you would think like let's just say npm start would start the server. Sure, it does. What happened? Publish. Sorry for that. Let's start this again. So I'm launching my JavaScript debug terminal over here. Yup, I got it there. npm start, enter. Yup, right out of the box, as soon as the JavaScript started running, it is hitting the breakpoint because it's kind of initializing the application itself. So I could just hover on this and I could see what all variables does it have, what all functions does it have, and what is this function, what are its arguments, all of those things, and what is this, what are the parameters, everything. And I can just click on continue. Sure. Okay, something happened. Yep, that's okay. It's just timing out on my database connection, but that's all right. Let's just quickly open a browser and let's just say localhost 3000. Right out of the box, it minimized my browser and it came to the point where the breakpoint actually is. That's so fucking cool. Okay, I'm just hitting this. I'm just kind of continuing and let's just see. Yep, there you go. You can see the HTML being rendered. I know that website is ugly and like it's not at all good, but bear on me with that. I'm not a CSS specialist for that matter. Let me exit. Cool. Yep. And what all do I want to show you? You have like a ton of customizations that could be done inside the VS Code. Let's just talk about few of the shortcuts that I really use on day to day, and I also want you guys to learn about these techniques. Let's just say suppose you want to go to say line number 35. Sure, instead of scrolling like this, which is a time waste, just use Ctrl G or Command G based upon the platform you're using and type line number 35. There you go. Let's just say like you're reading something and you know what yeah, over here. Let's just say you're reading the upper part of the code and you don't want to be annoyed with the bottom portion of the code. So based upon your platform again, Ctrl Shift parenthesis, not parenthesis, the flower bracket, or Command Shift the flower bracket, the left one. As soon as I hit it, it just folds the entire code into one single line. And if I continuously keep on doing that, it also folds the entire method itself. You could potentially do that for almost like even the main class itself. And to unfold it, just use the Control Shift or Command Shift and the other bracket that you use to close. There you go. This is one of the cool options where you could just try to fold out the annoyingly bad code and just focus on what you're trying to do and debug what you actually want to do. Okay, that's a cool feature, you would say. Let's just say you would want to this function you want to rename, and you want to safely rename it so that no other implementation is being like affected. So what we can do is, based upon the platform again, if you press F2, you could just rename the symbol. I can just add S. Voila. Even the function definition and the place where we are calling it, both of them are being updated. So this is one of the other cool features where you can rename the symbols, where JavaScript recognizes these functions, function calls, whatnot. And even the IntelliSense out of the box. So there is this one plugin from the Microsoft called as IntelliSense. Where is that? Yep, IntelliCode. So basically this is a machine learning model that has been designed by Microsoft, where it suggests code by itself while you're typing. So let's just go to index.js maybe. So let's just say request dot response dot status, yep, of 200 dot send. So you get the idea. And also JavaScript comes equipped with an out-of-the-box formatter. So if you're really bad at coding just like me and you're annoyed with formatting your code, JavaScript does that for you out of the box. So again, depending upon the platform, the shortcut for that is Ctrl Shift I or Command Shift I. Yep. I don't think you saw that, but like basically I did not put spaces here and it added spaces. So like everything else is formatted according to the linter that is by default on the VS Code. You could also like format only sorry. You can also format only a selected area by using something called as format selection. Control K and Control F. Yep, only the selected area got formatted. That is also cool. Yeah, and also there are a lot of extensions out there. Say suppose I'm working on Python, so I installed Jupyter Notebook, I installed language support for Java, and even there's a extension for manual pages on Unix. Even that like that's very cool. Right out of the box, VS Code team itself structured these VS Code icons, which are really cool. I really recommend you guys to go ahead and try this out. And it has a lot of other unique extensions that I've never seen. Like say suppose the CSV to table. Let's just grab a CSV, random CSV. Yep. And I mean like I cannot really read this. I mean like the data right now is very short, but say suppose it's like 1,000 entries and I want to get the heck of it. It's not possible by just reading this comma separated values directly. So instead let's just run a command saying that convert to table from CSV, right? Cool. How cool is that? It just formatted the entire data into a table format, right? Like I haven't seen any other full-blown IDE doing this. I mean, yeah, sure. Like this is just a plugin. This is not out of the box feature, but like the plugin support for VS Code especially is very good. I'm working with Docker and like it has a Microsoft recommended like Microsoft structure created a plugin just for the Docker, Microsoft themselves. So a lot of these things, even for the Jupyter Notebook and IntelliSense, a lot of these out of the box tools are directly developed by Microsoft for almost every language, I believe. So this is really cool. There are a lot of other features that I would also want to discuss on this. What do you say? VS Code. So if you hit Control and tilde backtick, some people call this backticks. I call it tilde. So let's just say Control backtick, and you would be prompted with terminal from the bottom. And this terminal is really special. If you want to make it big, yeah, there you go. If you want to go it away, just shrink it away. It will just go away. And if you hit the and if you want to re-drag it back, yep, you can do that. And say suppose you don't like bash, then maybe you would want to use tmux. Sure, why not? Maybe you want to split this. Sure, why not? Like when you can split the editor, why can't you just split the terminal as well, right? Sure. So all of these are like pretty cool features, I would say. And you would have a separate debug console, separate dashboard for git lens, and it will also show all the problems that you have. Come on. So what is it saying? Yep, no one is actually using this function, so it's asking me to get rid of it. So all of these are like cool features that come right out of the box for VS Code. Let me also know the shortcuts that you guys use and the key and the macros that you added for yourself. So coming to keyboard shortcuts, hit Control comma to open the settings, and then on the type right corner you would see open settings as JSON. So basically, if you are like tired of editing the settings based upon these user interface, you could just go to the JSON file, and then you could directly edit the settings by yourself. Let's just say editor dot terminal editor dot font family, maybe not font family, editor dot font weight. So if I want to change it to bold, yep, there you go. So all of these are very sweet things, and this VS Code is especially very minimalistic, and like it cares more about the developer rather than more about the code, which is what I really like. Say suppose I did not save this, but unfortunately my power cut and I just VS Code was closed. So if I reopen the VS Code, even though the file was not saved, it would be at the exact same state that I left it. So see untitled one, and this is the converted table over here. So these are some of the cool new features. Let's just say suppose you don't want to save a file, but you want the formatting of a JSON or something like that. So I would say I would hit Ctrl N to open a new tab, and here it would automatically ask you to choose a language. So let's just say JSON. So yep, right out of the box it would support all of these things. Let's just say you have a let's just go back to our CSV file, random.csv. Let's just say you want to add instead of what do you want. Let's just say you want to only select the names in this particular CSV file. Like in any other editor you have to do that, like manually select each and every name and then copy and then go back to your target file and then paste it over there, but not with VS Code. With VS Code there is something called as multi-line cursor. So go, like depending upon the platform, again hold down Shift, Alt and down arrow. You see the cursor is expanding from one line to another line. So this is a really cool feature that I really use day to day whenever, particularly when I'm dealing with data, like particularly with JSON and CSV. So right out of the box what you could do is you could just Control Shift and right arrow, which would select the first word, and I would copy this and say suppose I want to paste it somewhere over here. Yup, you could just select a single column. You could also do a lot of other things apart from that. Let's just say these are the names, and like where are my cursors, and I want to select their ages as well, corresponding ages. Okay, and now the task is to create a JSON out of this. Cool. It's not as bad as you think. So what you could you could do is again Shift Alt and then select all of these words, put them into double quotes, and then go colon, again double quotes, and then click Ctrl V. Yup, and yeah, there you go. So now you could just come to the top and then put a bracket over here. There you go, your JSON file. Quick and easy, and also effective. Where is my yeah, it's not formatted, but like who cares. Control Shift. Oh, okay, I forgot to put the comma over here, so let's just quickly do that. Again Alt Shift. Yep, I put the comma. There you go. So pretty much that's it for this video, guys. I hope it was useful for you, and like I request you guys to also explore VS Code and also like comment down what all shortcuts that you guys use on a regular basis, and let me also just know if you like this video or not. Just drop a comment. Okay, then see you in the next video. Bye bye.